Is it actually possible to write and publish your book in under 6 months? Here's how you do it. Now, there are 5 important things that you have to understand if you want to publish your book fast, maintain the quality, and achieve things like bestseller status. Now, so let's start with number 1. Alright, so preparation is key. Most authors, most people who want to become authors, they start writing. This is the biggest mistake you can make. You have to build a foundation first. 80-20 rule applies a lot here. 80% of time you have to spend in preparation, and only 20% of your time must be spent in actual writing. Now, what do I mean by preparation? Things like outline, things developing, doing the research. A few main important things. Doing the research for your own book and building a strategy that is based on proof for everything that happens in between. Now, what do I mean by that? Writing, publishing, marketing. There are 3 phases, if you will, but there are many steps in between that you have to complete in order to have a really well-rounded, successful book publishing campaign, right? It's not just about writing, right? Because you want to be successful. And you can actually do that in 5, 6, 7 months. That's actually very possible. Now, number 2, creating a detailed outline is key. Most authors, we jump into writing part. They are excited to start writing, putting their ideas down on a paper. That's not writing. That's called journaling. Journaling has nothing to do with writing a book. Now, you can build ideas while you're journaling. You can really create specific subjects, you can talk about them in detail, but this is not what the book is all about. In order for you to have a really smooth and speedy and quality manuscript, you have to create a very detailed outline, especially if you are not a professional writer. Now, if you are a professional writer and you know what you are doing, you don't need a detailed outline, because you can rely on your gut feel. You can rely on your research that you have done. But if you're not, and if you're an author who wants to write a book himself or herself, a detailed outline is key. Alright, now number 3, focus on value, not perfection. In nonfiction area, in nonfiction category, where most of you guys are, and probably you are in nonfiction, because you're not writing a novel, you're writing something of value. You have to focus on value and giving people value, sharing things that are important for your reader, opposed to writing something that sounds professional, is smooth, detailed, etc., 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 right? If you focus on value, this is what we learned. If you focus on delivering the most valuable and important information in a structured way, this is the most important thing for a book. The professional writing, the style development and everything comes after that. The value is key, and if you know what your reader wants to know, and you have those valuable things, all those benefits, all those teachings that you want to share, all that message in a table of content, and you know exactly how you're gonna deliver that value. This is the most important thing you actually need for your manuscript, and it's gonna flow, and you're gonna be able to write that book much faster. Now, number 4, write your first draft as fast as you can. This is not a place to edit the grammar, spelling, do editing for a structure, for a style, for words, all these great things. This is not a place for that. You want to look at your outline and write your first draft as soon as you can. No additional research, no nothing. You focus on speed. Now, the reason for that is because your brain can only focus on one thing at a time. You can only be in one mode at a time. And if you are in a mode of writing, you cannot switch on and off from writing to editing. Now, technically you can, but this is why you're gonna waste a lot of time doing that, because you have to change your hat every single time and come back. So you lose the flow, you lose the speed. In essence, this is why for most authors, that process of writing takes so much longer. Now, the last thing number 5 that you have to really know is do not write every single day. Right? Most You probably heard about an hour a day, right? Or 2 hours a day, or 30 minutes a day, which is the worst of them all, that you can dedicate for writing your book manuscript. Now, listen to this. If you want your ideas to flow, if you want to deliver valuable information, your unique message, you have to get in what's called a zone of writing. And in order for you to get in a zone of writing, it actually takes 20 to 30 minutes. So if you're writing for 30 minutes a day, how come you can get into a zone of writing and then that's it? In 30 minutes, you just got into the zone of writing. That's nothing else, right? You didn't even got into the flow. So here's what you have to do. 3 to 4 hours is the optimal time, the most productive time window that you should be writing in. So instead of writing an hour a day or 30 minutes a day or even 2 hours a day, which is much better than 30 minutes, my suggestion is to take one day instead of 4 days. For example, you would want to write 1 hour every single day. Take 4 hours. Other days you don't write. 4 hours, one sit down, and you just speak, right? You focus on that draft, you write as fast as you can, you get into the zone, and your readers are going to feel it. There's going to be a massive difference, and you're going to enjoy writing actually, and reading your own manuscript so much more. Alright guys, so this is it. These are the 5 important things that you have to know if you want to write your book fast and with quality to deliver value to your readers. Now I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope you found it extremely valuable, and I'll see you in the next one.